Everybody is spamming Salmonella. Alter, was ist Salmonella, Junge? I get Salmonella when I eat rotten fish.
This episode of Salmonella Academy is brought to you by Skillshare. Hey kid. Yeah, you. I just got off the phone with the big man upstairs, and he told me that I need to clear a few things up around here. So without further ado, here's 10 pieces of malarkey that you might still be spreading. Number 1. Nobody was ever burned to death at the Salem witch trials. Of the accused, 15 died in prison, 19 were hanged, and 1 was squished to death. That last one is way more interesting than any cremation, by the way.
Aha. So this is real facts, right? This is not just some dumb shit. Dude, imagine being crushed. Ugh. Oh, dicker, man. Back then, shit was fucking fucked up, man.
Hey, dude was a badass. His name was Giles Corey. He was 81 years old and so done with the town of Salem's garbage that he wouldn't even dignify the trial with a plea. So the town stuck him between 2 boards.
He was so done. He was just like, fuck all of you, man.
And stacked rocks on top of him.
This is me in the past. Nowadays time, this guy will play Magic and Counter-Strike and just jump, you know. Thank you, Flo.
In an effort to draw out a confession. But every time they tried to get something out of him, all he would say was, "More weight." This went on for 3 solid days until he finally died, never giving any indication as to whether or not he was a witch. One can only wonder. Number 2, the OG Buddha wasn't the obese guy. That's Budai, a Chinese folk character meant to represent Maitreya, aka future Buddha. Now this shirt is double sad. Number 3, Buddha wasn't a god either. He was just a guy named Gautama.
Yeah, but he was the first to reach enlightenment or some shit, right?
Now this shirt is triple sad. Number 4. Ever heard of a vomitorium? Turns out, no. It's not a place where Roman nobles would go to make room for more pheasant spleen and lobster eyelids. It's just a big entranceway to the Colosseums that hordes of peasants would spew out of. Number 5. Washington never cut down a cherry tree in his youth. I don't get this one.
Oh shit. One sec, we're playing Ireland. Who's excited? Yeah, I know, guys. Come on, don't act like this channel is gonna give you satisfaction, man. Come out, you black and tans. Come out and fight me like a man. Tell your wife how you got medals down in Flanders. Come out, you black and tans. Come out and fight me like a man. Ireland time.
One at all. Apparently it's supposed to paint the man in a good light
I'm a
somehow.
monkey in
It's like, Tyler, what the hell happened while we were gone? Where's the tree in the front yard? Oh yeah, that was me. Got bored. Just felt like vandalizing something, you know? Hey, what about my honest character? Number 6, the pyramids weren't actually built by slaves. These workers were respected members of society. They ate meat and worked in 3-month shifts, and even got to...
Oh, what? Dude, that is actually really educational.
Be buried right next to the tomb after their death. Matter of fact, that's more than we can say for the people working on man's greatest achievements today. If I spent years of my life helping to build the space station, you're damn right I'd want the Salmonella Memorial Corpse Receptacle floating along right next to it. That would be amazing. Number 7, the Great Wall of China is not the only man-made object visible from space. I don't know where you dipshits got this one from. First of all, there's no way you could see it with the unaided eye. The wall is like 30 meters thick at most.
I never understood that.
While the distance to outer space is generally recognized to be 100 kilometers up, known as the Kármán line. To give some perspective, that's like me holding up a standard-sized guitar pick from across the entire length of a football field and asking you what color it is. Also, there are plenty of man-made objects that are way bigger in terms of local surface area than the Great Wall.
Home Depot parking lot.
So even if it was visible, there's no way it would be the only one. Number 8, you might have heard this one before. You know, Hitler was a jerk and all, but hey, he made the Autobahn, so at least he was efficient. Actually, Hitler didn't create the Autobahn.
Oh, he's talking to you, Chad.
It was already there. He just helped expand it into newer territory. In a similar vein, Mussolini didn't make the trains run on time, with most of Italy's infrastructure repairs happening before his rise to power in 1922. And even then, they weren't nearly as punctual as he'd like you to believe. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to find something else to like about these fascists.
Well, ask Twitch chat, they will find something.
Like Hitler's elegant way of speaking. Or the way Mussolini says.
Super fucking interesting, right? There's like in Germany, if you watch TV in Germany at night, there's only Hitler documentaries the whole time. Documentary, and there's a documentary about his bodyguard and his maid. And something I never forgot that was really interesting is that they said. One interesting thing about Hitler was that in private, when you were alone with him, he talked completely normal, which is awkward for New Age people, right? Everybody thinks that, but in real life, I'm gonna check it out in a second. He speaks completely.
Number 9. Iron Maidens weren't actual torture devices used in medieval times. Basically what happened is, some archaeologists in the 1800s saw an old metal coffin and some spikes, and said, yo, wouldn't it be wildin' if we put these things up in here, so that way if someone goes in it, they get poked in their bits? You are a sick man, Cornelius. I like it. Into the museum it goes. At least Iron Maiden was real. They were as real as it gets. Still are. And don't you forget it. Number 10. Einstein never failed math. He had mastered both integral and differential calculus by the age of 15.
Yeah, people spread that rumor that he failed
99% chance this one was just made up to make glue eaters feel better about themselves. Well, congratulations, Dimitri. Looks like you failed pre-algebra for the third time.
Made for
Brady still
the
can't
chat.
graduate. Well, hey,
Jesus.
that means I'm still on par with famous smart science man, so, yeah, worship me.
Getting hot, guys.
So it just goes to show that we've all got a lot to learn about the world around us. That's why you need to go to Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with over 20,000...
Good shit, man. Good shit. Good video.